Gas talk, we here, we at 'em. Play back right now, man.
What's the word? What's going on, y'all? It's the Gas Talk podcast. We are here in the gas station. It's your boy Juke here.
It's your boy $20.
We got oh, my fault. I cut you off. We got Arc1tek. I'm gonna let you intro yourself.
Arc1tek, videographer, director, photographer, and today we also got my boy Skip to Dip.
Skip to Dip in the building.
That's
the
the
homie.
full name, Skip to Dip.
Yes,
I thought it was just Skips.
Skip to Dip.
Skip to Dip. What's going on, fellas? Thank you for having us.
For sure.
Word, it was a great surprise to see you. I didn't even know he was gonna pull up. That's my man's from back in the way
It's been a while.
at the old stew and shit.
So for everybody who don't know, Arc1tek is an up and coming photographer, videographer. Which one do you want to go by, or which one do you usually go by?
I kind of go by videographer and photographer, but lately, like, director, man. Like,
just director.
Yo, with Skip's next video,
Film director.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy what we got planned.
Okay, so Skips, you make music.
I make music, yes.
Okay.
Artist, yes.
Skip's nice. I like.
I'm surprised I ain't running. I mean,
Yeah, no bullshit. Skip's been making some fucking noise in the streets
bangers.
lately too.
On top end,
Real
bro. God's
crazy
timing,
shit.
I mean.
Yeah, no cap.
Out here
bro.
making the Latino music, making English music, Afrobeat here
fact.
and there. I mean, we're right. We a whole party, you feel me?
okay.
That's a fact. Seeing him back in the day. Shout out my nigga K Labs. They was working mad hard back then.
That studio was legendary.
That's a
So was you the
legendary
one
studio.
engineering over there?
I was nah.
Oh,
I know
okay.
a little bit of engineering. but I
Because
wasn't.
when I went over there with Ty K-Lab was telling me, oh yeah, I don't really engineer. I got the studio, but my cousin comes through it. He be engineering over there and all that.
Yeah, he had a few people that engineered there.
Yeah.
Those are the days.
So y'all both grew up in Boston too?
I grew up in Boston in the beginning half up to like middle school, and then I was gonna go to the O'Brien for high school. I ended up moving to Cambridge. That's when I went to Range Line, and now I'm back in Boston.
What year you go to Range?
Graduated 2014.
So you was a
2014.
freshman when I was a senior.
Okay. Most.
Wait, you guys went to the same high school?
We went to the same high school, and I never
What?
see the second one.
Didn't even know.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's how small
You
Boston
graduated
is.
2010,
2011.
2011,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And that's probably because when I came in, they had the freshman campus,
Oh, that's exactly what it was.
and then the next year they.
Yep.
So-
yeah, back to my man Arc1tek.
Where you from, Arc1tek?
I'm from Hyde Park right now.
Okay.
Looking into
What school did you go to? Like, what's your origin? Where's your origin story?
Is that where you grew up in Hyde Park?
So it's funny, like, I went to school in Needham, like elementary school, middle school, high school.
Did you know Adlo? I had Adlo in here a couple episodes ago. He said he grew up in Needham as well.
What years?
I don't know. Do you even know how old he is? I don't know what years he was in high school.
It's
don't
not. I
recall.
don't know. It's
Adam London is his name.
Adam London.
He does
I think he just followed me. He makes music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we just followed each other. Yeah, no, I guess I kind of grew up in Needham, but I stood out so much. Like, it's a predominantly,
White.
White,
You can
town.
say it.
And, I always try to be creative, like, growing up. Like, I used to break dance. People made fun of me at the time, but I was like, I really had, like, such a drive to want to do something. And, I kind of just fell into videography in college. I studied communications, media production, and it was mainly just, like, television and radio.
Yeah.
But then when I got out of college, I found out there's a whole other side to it. There's advertising, and then there's marketing, and then there's more than just video editing.
I see you're really big on that too. Like, I was going through your page. I'm like, yo, this dude is like a master of fucking commercials and shit like that. Like, it's really dope. Like,
I want to hit from like the top, from the beginning. Like, bring us
the
through the
origins.
journey, bring like.
Yo, so it's funny. Shout out to my friend Disha from New York. So do you guys know an artist named Majid Jordan?
yeah. I know
So,
Majid Jordan.
OVO.
So, this is how crazy and like how I can't believe this is like a true story. So I reached out to this girl named Disha on Twitter. She's from New York.
Shout out Disha.
Yeah, and I loved Majid Jordan at the time. I still love him. They make great music. And
What was the? Go ahead. I will let you finish before I ask my question.
no, what was your question?
I was gonna say, what was the reason behind reaching out to Disha? Was it?
It's funny. She had she had some type of custom made Majid Jordan jewelry. I'm like, yo, where'd you get that?
Okay.
Because I couldn't find it on the website. That's how the conversation started. So what she did was she made a fan page of Majid Jordan for them, and eventually they caught on to it, and she started getting invited to their tours. This was when they first made their album.
That's fire.
Their main album, Majid Jordan, when they were already signed to Drake.
Artists just be bringing fan clubs out to their tours and shit.
I don't know, like I don't remember.
I have heard of that before.
What year
Jordan
was
crew?
this?
This
No,
was
like-
legit 2016. This was before I started.
Yeah.
But what's funny is I was already like studying, video production, but I didn't have that burn. So I invited her to come to the Boston show. I'm like, yo, if you come to Boston and I'm able to meet them, like I definitely want to see how you work. And she legit just took photos from her phone, and that inspired me. Cause then like after the show, I was able to meet them at the club, and then after that, I spoke to them at their tour bus.
Yeah.
That changed everything. I'm like, yo, like people could really make it far doing this type of content. So then that literally.
Did you have a camera already at this time? And like,
I just used the ones from college, but they're when you're in college, they're like film. It was like more of an assignment. It's not like really coming out of passion.
Yeah.
so you're like taking classes though to like become like for photography and shit like
Bring
that.
us
So
to the
you're getting-
beginning, man.
Yeah, so like I was literally interning.
I feel like there's a whole piece missing right now. Like,
When you were like, I want to do photography, though.
legit like the night that I met them.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, like, how did you guys make this video? And they told me, like, just not just green screen, but like practical effects. And I just found it so interesting. So then, like, that was in November of 2016. The following month, I got a camera. And that's when my journey started. And I would help out local artists in the Boston area. And I would intern with, like, do you know Exposed TV?
Yeah.
I was their first intern. Shout out to
Yeah.
Matt and Kateria, though. Like,
I
I messed
shout
up
out
pretty
Exposed
badly.
TV.
That's on my notes today. I had a couple questions about some exposed TV shit.
You know about him?
I see.
Yeah.
We know about exposed TV, but I seen you do a little thing. But before we even get into that, I'm gonna save that for a little bit. Prior to, so you hit up Disha, but like you didn't have the camera yet, and you didn't have that vision yet. So what was your main goal behind hitting up Disha and getting closer to Majid Jordan? Like you didn't know you wanted to be a photographer or a videographer yet.
No idea.
You know what I'm saying? So like you hitting up Disha, something had to like I should hit this girl up for some. I mean.
Like, I was just like, how did you get that connection? And,
You didn't know this girl from a hole in the wall?
bro, I never met her until, like, that night.
Yo.
She crashed my
Crazy.
place, too.
Oh,
Nothing
lit.
happened.
Oh.
Nah, nothing happened. But,
behind the scenes.
that was a long night, though. We were home, like, 3 a.m. But anyways, I guess what ignited, like, my passion is, you know what, like, if someone's just taking photos through a phone, imagine, like, an actual photographer getting hired to do this type of content.
right.
So I think
right.
that's what started, like, my journey.
So you had a crush on Disha, and that's why you hit her up.
Yeah.
And that brought you to photography.
Let's say, yeah. Nah, he's just cool.
So, what was your first camera? After
First-
the month coming after.
It's funny. I remember I got the Canon EOS M3, and I was like, it was a pretty good camera. When I look back into it, I'm like, yo, it had some pretty good specs, but I didn't know frame rates. I didn't know like white balance. I didn't know a lot of things, and I got rid of it like I think 7 to 8 months later, and I got into Panasonic, which is what I currently have, but I have the full frame versions of the camera and the Cinema S1H.
So, what was your first gigs like? So, how did you go about it? You just started taking flicks with your camera. You copped it. Just started like hitting the road.
Basically, I think one of the main things that changed like my life was I used to be a really quiet person, and to break out of that, I began to go to networking events, and I went to advertising companies, and essentially what I did was I tried to learn how they talk and how they construct criticism, and I really took that to heart, and I really applied that to my life.
Yeah, that's one thing that's like key to being like a good photographer, videographer is like you're working with mad different you have to learn how to speak to people. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to communicate, or else the content's just not gonna come out how you want it to. It's kind of like being in the studio with like somebody who's like a producer or some shit, or like being an actor and trying to be with a director. You know what I'm saying? It's like all the same shit. You kind of have to have that chemistry, or it's just not gonna work.
It took time. Like I went to like 3 or 4 different networking events. By the 5th one, I was comfortable like going to like any business almost. But like going on about like the pandemic though, like that's what really changed everything. We could talk about that later though.
Pandemic.
Yeah.
That's when it really hit.
Basically, like that changed my life because I was at a job that I hated,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember I wanted to work with businesses, but I didn't really know how.
Yeah.
So then I did like 2 in-home commercials, and then I had one company actually let me film like a video for them.
Yeah.
And then I just kept doing that. And I think one of the main things that also really helped was, one, having a website, and two, which is really important, I think, as a videographer and content creator, is having like a written testimonial and adding that to your website. Because then just word just spreads around. Like now I know like several business owners, and they all kind of not know each other, but other business owners know other business owners. You know
That's
what I
very
mean?
true.
It's a whole network.
The small business association is very tight knit, especially in Boston.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah.
hear it? Y'all local videographers and photographers.
Yeah, I
Just
see it
dropping
every day. Like
gems.
working in these small markets, they send people out from their businesses and shit, and like it's just like very tight knit. Like really, everybody knows everybody behind closed doors. They're all going to Restaurant Depot. They're all like going to the same places to get their shit, their t-shirts printed and shit like that. Like everybody knows each other.
Keep the company, or like keep company that you want to be like around. I mean, like you don't want to hang around with bubs because you'll be a bub type shit.
Yeah,
like
nah.
you'll catch people doing like local store owners or local business owners clicking because they're on the same wave. But what was your first project? Like, was it like a music video for a local?
I think I remember one of my first concert projects. It was local concert at Brighton Hall in Brighton.
Oh yeah.
I went to this college. You might remember him actually. Do you remember P Goods? Yeah.
I feel like
P.
I
Goods.
remember that name.
That's kind of a hard name. Pause. That's fire. P Goods.
It's funny. I saw him in LA. I think 2 years ago when I went. He just happened to live there. He lived everywhere. But anyways, shout out to P Goods.
Shout out P Goods.
He was the first artist that actually let me film him on stage, and I still had that small Canon camera. I remember being nervous on stage and like not really knowing what to capture.
Yeah.
But like it's just crazy to see like my first video reel of all my videos, because I just did my 2021 reel like last month, and it's just night and day, like the difference that you see and just the progress of like I've been doing this for 5 years.
Yeah.
But now I'm actually fully freelancing on my own.
Yeah, that's just dope. You told me 2021 was like your highlight year.
Honestly, like when I talk about 2021, like I don't want to sound like an asshole, but
Nah,
yo, I had an amazing year.
Yeah, bro. You gotta. I mean,
I gotta live that shit up, bro. Who cares?
How
Like,
many videos you say you had total?
I did like 57 in one video.
That's
damn, working.
As businesses, that's what like
I did.
couple music videos.
I got flown out to San Francisco last year to do 7 training videos in like 2 days.
What kind of training videos? Like, what do you mean?
What company was it?
The company's called Waste Management. Literally, I film trash. I'm not gonna lie. But
Waste Management, like the big
That's
WM.
a huge company.
yeah, Waste Management in San Fran, and
San Fran's beautiful, isn't it?
I loved it.
I
Man.
just came back from there I was there last month actually. I feel like
Wait.
I just came back.
how'd you get that gig out in San Fran?
So this is why networking is important. Shout out to my friend Chris Appia. He's an
So
entrepreneur.
you flew all the
himself.
way to San Fran to record some
They
trash.
flew him out.
Literally, they flew me out.
That's
They flew me
fucking
out.
fire.
So
Paid hotel,
my
paid
boy,
flight.
Chris, literally, yeah. My boy Chris, he's a really smart businessman, and he was able to get a contract written. I signed it, saying what I had to do, and I was still working at the time too. I was working at, I'm not gonna say the business, but I was working.
No free
and
promo.
no free promo, man. Did me dirty. Nah, but yeah. So I literally caught off of work, not knowing whether I had the day off, and I literally hopped on a plane, got to got to San Francisco, landed I went to work from 8 to 4, got on a plane, landed at midnight, got to my hotel room at 1 a.m. I had to film at 4:30 a.m. I barely slept.
3 hours.
And
4:30 a.m.
I'm not lying. And I banged out.
They were trying to
7
catch
hours.
night shots and shit.
Because the time zone difference.
That also destroyed me. But I did that for 2 days, and it was one of the best decisions I made in my life. Like,
Did you lose your job for that?
nah,
Oh, yeah.
surprisingly.
And then you said 7 videos right away? Like,
Yeah, I had to do 7 videos, so it was a lot of work the first day. The second day, I was able to like.
What were you?
get more
What
sleep.
were you shooting? Like, I want like.
So essentially, I was filming training videos on like
You have the link.
Like,
You-
they were
I mean,
fake-
on my
is this-
website.
Alright,
They were
I'm-
like fake
I'ma
taking
pull up
out
a little
trash
clip
and
though,
shit
right?
like
my
that.
card. My website's on my.
Oh yeah.
man, prepared.
You see that? We're gonna keep that in the studio.
Oh, these are new ones? Let me see.
You've seen these.
Arc1tek.
Nah, these are new. Got the latent. Okay.
Shout out Arc1tek.
So essentially, it's a lot of hard work. Like I learned a lot about trash. I'm not gonna lie.
No bullshit.
It's a hard job.
It really is. Like they have to physically separate plastic and like
Real?
actual
Like
trash.
being-
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like if you see like my videos, like I was blown away. I'm like, damn, that's like hard work.
Yeah.
They're waking up at like 4 a.m. to do this too.
Oh
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Respect,
They must be getting paid well,
Essential.
decent.
Yeah, like so the
Hopefully.
the second day I had to conduct interviews. That was more fun because I was able to do more drone work, and then I was basically able to bring a truck in and basically set it up, and it looked pretty cool. Like the
Right.
interview portion.
Nice.
Were you in complete control of the project? Like
Almost, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
They
Like,
trusted
when you
my
came
vision.
in, they were like, "So, just like help us with this vision of like how to."
Well, we were exchanging email. Well, not me, but like so my friend Chris was the like, I guess the connection for
Yep.
waste management, him, and then me. So I got all the information like written
Through
out, like,
Chris.
what I had to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, through Chris. So yeah, shout out to Chris.
That's just like a wild job.
I couldn't believe it, honestly.
A lot of people, I feel like, videographers out here nowadays, they just like resort to like just being like I'm gonna do music videos and shit.
I used to.
That type of shit is just fire to me. Like, you got flown out to go, you know what I'm saying? Video people fucking taking out trash on some fake shit.
And multi-million-dollar companies, bro. It's waste management.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like,
that check was nice.
fire.
So that was the beginning of that check was nice. You heard him? Shout out Waste Management for paying my biz Arc1tek.
that was a good trip.
So that was the beginning of the 2021 year.
That was probably middle.
Or the middle? Where did it start for the whole year? Because
You know what,
it was a
actually-
great year for you, right?
It was a great year. You know what? I think you're right. I think at that point, things just elevated. Because then later that summer, me and Skip shot a music video at an airport. And
Before that was March, remember? Entiendo.
oh yeah, well we
Nice.
filmed Entiendo, and that kind of
That
was a good video.
video's, I love it, bro. You killed it.
he said it like he didn't like it. He's like,
No, no,
that
no,
was a
no,
good
no.
video.
I do like that video. It's a great
We
video.
did. Like, it came out dope for the, you know what I mean? For, it was like minimalistic.
Yeah.
It was our first. Actually, it was
He
our
did his
first
thing with
collaboration.
yeah, he did his thing with effects and everything.
And then ever since, we just kind of kept going at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Seeing you guys working, I love those videos. It's funny that so now that I see the face, I'm like, okay, now I understand why we're.
Yeah, now there has to be chemistry, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and we both creatives.
We have similar mindsets in that, like creative.
So you guys
space.
just met recently?
at the
well,
PR.
it's
We
kinda
met at the
funny,
PR
like,
Fest
yeah,
in
we
20, what,
17.
18, 17? 8? No, not that far.
No.
2019, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, there was a Puerto Rican festival in Boston.
And I was just, because Kateria was running that. So
Yeah.
I was on the side just trying to talk to Kateria to try to see what's up with the next year's event, get on top on that. And he was there shooting too.
I was filming B-roll for them. And yeah, it's funny. Yeah, we just talked and we never really got back to it.
Yeah.
And then it's just funny how like years went by and
When he was ready, when I was ready music wise, he was ready video wise.
then I found
That's
out
how
he
it
lived,
meshes the best.
and then I found out he lived like 5
I moved
minutes
back
away.
to Boston, yeah, and then he's
So yeah.
that's fine.
What's your What's like your niche? Like, what's your favorite type of thing to film? Like,
Businesses or music.
It's funny, like I like it all. Like I have such a passion for it. But I think music videos, I just wish I was a better editor, special effects editor. Like there's a lot of amazing videographers.
that's what that was gonna be like my next question. Is like, I feel like
I'm not the best at it at all. Like I think I more try to see a film and then add all like I want to add effects, but I'm not the best at it. But there are a lot of amazing like content creators in Boston.
Some music videos don't need a whole bunch of effects. Like,
Yeah, sometimes that should be too much. It's like, what is this editor doing right
yeah,
now?
I mean,
They don't even
I,
look
I
good.
see him as a film director, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
so when I'm tapping in with him about, yo, I got this project, I got this song, I'm thinking like it's movie time.
Yeah.
If it's something quick, like
Yeah.
dances, you know, a lot of booty, a lot of cash, a lot of smoke going around, then anybody could.
Everybody could shoot that.
Shoot
throw
that,
some-
yeah.
throw some
you a
shit
movie
on.
guy.
I love movies.
What type of movies?
This
I'm a
nigga
movie
love
guy. I'm a movie buff.
Every episode.
I fucking love movies. That's like one of my questions. I always ask, you a movie guy?
Yo, Blade Runner 2049 is one of the most like amazing special effects movies I've ever seen.
The newer. That's the newer one.
The newer one.
Okay, yeah.
Not the old one. I love Looper. Ever see Looper?
Looper's fire.
Dude, people don't talk about that movie enough.
It's a great
That
movie.
movie's great.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
sci-fi
It's a
movie.
fire
I'm really
movie.
into sci-fi.
It's like where he keeps going. I don't know how to
finds
explain it.
his own version of himself.
Yeah, and they keep like killing themselves.
Yeah,
and shit.
they keep trying to like kill each other.
It's fucking crazy. That's a great one.
Time
Okay,
travel.
those are the time.
Some time travel type shit.
Something
Yeah.
like that. He like keeps falling back into the same place, and then like he like catches up with himself at one point, and then they're trying to kill each other.
Yo, it's a mind fuck.
It's pretty fire. It's like some weird Inception shit.
Nah.
So like, do you see yourself like making a film?
I would love to. I mean, that's the dream. Like, I would love to make a film. Sometimes I feel like it's out of reach, and then other days it's like, you know what? Maybe if I put my heart and soul and continue doing it, like, I will get to that level.
I want to tap you in with my boy. He got like half a script written. I'll tap you in after the episode and shit.
I actually got to go, homie. That used to be over at the studio that me and Skip used to be at. Me and him filmed a couple of. We actually filmed a scene in the basement.
Who was this with? Who you think about?
You two
My
together?
boy Mushin. You know Mushin?
And I believe so. Yeah.
This is K Lab's homie. Yeah,
Yeah. Far out. No,
not far out. That's Mishu.
Oh, okay. Mushin. I gotta see the face.
Mushin is Mushin. Shout out my nigga Mushin, man. Shout out Black Cat. He's a filmer too.
Okay.
We shot a little scene in that basement.
That's out already, or
It was like it wasn't really a film. What it was like a trailer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For a what's that website that you
IMDb?
like? No, not IMDb. It's something a go.
You
No
go?
idea.
I don't know, but it's like a little fundraiser type shit, so that you can like, you know what I'm saying, raise money to like actually make the film. But yeah, it's dope. The trailer's out. It was really good, but we did film in there.
I did see that.
But you know what I'm saying? That's all. The only thing you got to do, you just got to like try to do like trailers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Figure little shit out.
Is there anybody
Start
in the
out like
Boston
that.
scene right now that's considered like filmmakers, young? I mean, like working right now in this? Cause I know we
Not
got
really.
actors. We got the Ben Afflecks. We got the.
I got actually my boy. They don't live in the area anymore. My boy Henry Hayes, Zolan.
Oh yeah, Henry Hayes is.
But Henry Hayes,
Holding it down, man.
they both. Zolan's. I don't want to get. I don't know exactly what their labels are. I know Henry films and directs. I think Zolan writes, and also helps direct.
Someone's on like fucking CNN and shit.
He's also doing that too, but They went to school. Well, Henry went to school at NYU, and he's been living in New York ever since. So that's my boy that I know he's on that. He gets like really big gigs.
I think people like leave Boston to
Yeah.
LA.
But like once he hit NYU, he stayed in New York ever. I mean, he ain't come back.
Yeah,
But they have filmed in Tribeca Film Festival.
That's sick.
Yeah, they're really doing their thing.
Sundance and shit, right?
Sundance, I think.
Is there like there's probably like a submission you have to like
Hell yeah,
go over?
Yeah,
for sure, 100%. What's your what type of movies you fuck with, Skip?
Honestly, I'm not that big of a movie guy.
Yeah,
I
we was looking at each other like, nah, I don't know none of this.
But you know, I like the Wolf of Wall Street.
Great
You
movie.
know, I like the Scarface, the
That's a great
classics.
one.
You know? I don't know. I just downloaded Disney Plus, so I'm back to my childhood.
Oh,
Oh
days
yeah,
now,
you gotta watch
know?
Blank Check.
Blank Check.
Blank check?
That was
Remember
that
Blank
shit.
Check?
I haven't seen that.
Where
kid
the
with the
young
chucks.
kid, he like fucking gets hit off his bike, like playing around and like outside the bank, and this dude like writes him a check, but he doesn't write his name on
I've
it.
heard of it. Yeah.
Film dude.
Hit her, and then he writes the check for $1 million and cashes out. Even kisses the older lady in the fucking movie. It's kind of creepy, but it's kinda
Crazy. That's how shit was back in the day.
So what
It
was
was wild.
Now back to your 2020.
Back to Arc1tek, my bad.
Back to your 2021 year. I see you was doing shit with Crazy Good Kitchen.
Oh yeah, shout out to
Shout out
CTK.
Crazy Good Kitchen.
Honestly, so I can't even begin. So I have a friend named Hyla. Shout out to Hyla. Do you guys shout out everyone out? But anyways,
Shout out Hilo.
yeah. So I've been friends with her for a couple years now, and I went to this small party that she had, and her friend named Pilar, her family owns Crazy Good Kitchen. It was just Malden at the time when I met her, and she was like, hey, like, I don't know if you ever film a wedding, but in like about a year or so, like I need a videographer. So I agreed to do it. And she's like, if you film like the wedding for us, then like we'll try to help you create content for us. And she delivered on that.
Word.
And like I'm always gonna be thankful to work with them. I love working with them. Their food's really good. It's really amazing, actually.
It is.
And on top of that, like they've been very supportive. Like right now, 2 of my pictures are literally on Newbury Street outside of the restaurant.
Yeah, I
You love CDK. So I seen that you also did SneakerCon.
SneakerCon. That was kind of like a last minute gig, to be honest. So there's this videographer that was looking for someone to do a video for some sneakerhead. I forget his name. He's a cool guy, by the way. I only met him once, but I did a video for him, and that's how I got that gig.
I wonder who it is because it might be like somebody that I know.
Be your dad.
Shout out that sneaker dude. You're funny, Jack. You're fucking hilarious,
Is it Sneaker
buddy.
Green IG? By any
No,
chance?
it's not.
He's tagged on that video though.
on the
We'll look into that
Sneaker
later on. My co-host is a funny guy here, guys.
shout out E. But back to the exposed TV joint that we was talking about earlier. I wanted to bring it up later.
Yeah.
I saw you was recording. We had Key in here a couple episodes back. I think episode 8 or something.
Yep.
She's cool people.
Yeah, and I
sure.
saw you was at the event that she was performing at. She was
Yeah.
talking about how she jumped in there and like the whole crowd was like vibing.
Yeah.
What was the energy like in there?
Yo, it was hype. Like I just pulled out my camera and started filming. It came out pretty cool. Like I liked the video.
Yeah.
She did her thing. I was like, yo, she just made the night like to a whole nother excitement,
Word.
a whole nother level.
So how long you been working with Exposed TV?
It's funny. I've had an interesting journey with them. So way back when I was starting, I was their first intern, and
When did they start?
I think 2017. I'm not quite sure, but so they had an event with the owner of Laced, Joe Mill. He had this pop up.
Shout out Lace. Shout out Joe Mill.
Yeah, shout out to
the
both
homie.
of them. Yeah, no, he's cool people. So Davies came to Boston. I forget what year that was. I believe it was 2016 though.
I've
And
been here every year since then. But now continue.
so, anyways, he had a pop up at that Lace location, and I was working with them to take photos. And
I was there that day.
were you really?
I have like a picture with Davies. Like, yo.
So yeah, I was there taking photos, and I think here's the thing, I didn't sign a contract at all. So I was like, these pictures are technically mine.
Yeah.
And they didn't. Well, they did before that date. They were like, don't post these on social media. I kind of ignored it. So I'm like, what's really gonna happen? Like, they can't really.
Like, who said don't post it?
I think both Kateri and Matt. From what I remember, it's been so long now.
Yeah.
And
But you was the intern at the time.
yeah, and they fired me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really.
Oh,
Nah,
my
it's like we're all good now, but it's just like funny because like legit
Yo.
like I like fucked up and I was like, yo, like damn, I didn't mean for that to happen.
Yo.
So
Damn, that was crazy.
So then, like, after that, I didn't know how to, like, apologize or really talk to them again. So we just all stopped talking altogether.
You was angry.
I'm not going to lie, a little tiny bit. But I do understand where they come from now. And, like, you know, I was, you know, to a degree, I was in the wrong.
Yeah.
And obviously, I try to correct my mistakes. So I wouldn't do that again, you know?
Yeah.
That goes to show how serious to creators and videographers and photographers.
Facts.
How
The thing
one
is,
one post.
You weren't wrong.
Can't go wrong.
But in their rise, it's like
I think the way they saw it was
this
like, they're trying to
intern
take
didn't
advantage.
listen to what I said.
Professionalism. Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't be working with this person.
Right,
So,
right.
I mean,
Sure.
But then it.
But then it changed, you know, like I think the last time. So actually, so when we met, what year was that? 2019, you said?
Yeah, summer.
That was like Matt and I kind of stayed in communication, and then he hit me up to do B-roll for that day. But before that, me and Kateri weren't really talking at all.
yeah.
And Matt was the only one that, like, I think he liked me, so like we would talk every so often.
Yeah.
But you know, they're very close, and you know, they're having a baby. Shout out, you know, that's Congrats
Shout
to
out.
them.
Shout out them. Shout out. I don't really know them, but shout out them.
You already know what it is. Shout out New Life and all that.
Oh yeah. So then after that, I didn't talk to them for another like couple of years until recently when they had, what was that event called?
They had like a networking event where some industry people came through. They panelists, they just gave a talk, motivation.
Okay.
And they had a few artists perform. That's what Key performed. You shot that footage of her.
Yeah.
She did great
All right,
too.
Clinton Sparks was over there, right?
Yeah.
Clinton Sparks. Yep,
Clinton
yep.
Sparks.
And it was a dope event. So I guess they hit you up to help be part of there was a couple shooters there.
Yeah, there was. I think it was one of those situations like, you know what? Let's just put this in the past and
Let's work.
yeah. So like we're cool now and like I did contribute to some of that. I think some of the videos I released on that day.
Did you ask them for the for permission before you?
I made sure what I could and couldn't film. Or
Right.
like what I can and cannot release.
Yeah.
And obviously I want to give them credit and tag them and stuff. Like it's a respect thing,
Yeah.
And
Shout out growth.
I mean I'm hoping they've seen me grow as well.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
It's crazy to say that to know that you just started like 2016 to see like how
Y'all want a drink?
good you
I'll
are.
take
cut.
I'll take one.
Quit the drinking, bro.
Quit the drinking. You want?
Yeah.
I'll take a cup.
Good.
What was I gonna
Let's
say?
get you right. Let's get you right.
I don't even remember Skip being a drinker. That's crazy.
That's what you just mentioned about the timeline of how fast things are moving for him because
Facts.
I know him like personally. I mean, we speak day to day, and it's really like the hustle. It's really the grind. Like he was just showing me yesterday an organized Excel sheet of all the like places that he's applied to, all the people that he hit up to try to get booked with
In terms of jobs,
even in terms of companies, and from like 2019 to 2022. I'm talking about by date, color coded. This is who I hit up. This is who gave me a yes. This is who I'm waiting on. This is who gave me a no.
yeah, I'm organized as fuck.
Like, yeah, organized, prepared.
That's great.
Like, cause like he said, he was like, now I can go back at that and reflect and see, okay, this is what I was interested at that time. This is the places I was applying to.
It's crazy, man.
You got to keep a log of all of your shit because if you're moving at a high rate, at a high pace, sorry for the jibber jabber.
Yeah,
You're gonna forget it. You know what I'm
You're just
saying?
shooting shit at the
You don't
wall
want to
and,
forget.
like, you gotta see where you came from to know.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Gotta record it.
It's funny. Like I remember the reason why I did that was because I was just applying to jobs, like getting out of college, and I didn't know what I was doing.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to Newberry College before they closed. That place was just.
They
Place was
tried.
never meant to like make it far.
I was about to say, why you carry away like try it?
They tried.
So yeah, I got a job interview, and I had no idea what I was interviewing for.
Yeah.
It was literally 10 minutes, and they were like, "You didn't like look us up, did you?" And I was like, "No." So then, like after that, I was like, "You know what? That's the last time I'm gonna let that happen." So I kept track of everything after that. I'm still doing it today.
That's how much he was just sending out applications. He'll have an interview.
You just went over there.
What's the
like,
interview
what's
for?
this job for again? Oh yeah, I
We're
want
trying
to
to-
do
yeah, I
this.
do that.
That's exactly what I want to do.
That's mad.
So it's
funny.
not even a matter of luck. It's not a matter of he just knows the right people. He just met the right. It's really like
Yeah.
So
Shout out Arc1tek, man. Full-time freelancer right now. Doing it all by himself now.
one
Ain't got to
man
worry
team.
about no boss or nothing.
I want to say about myself, I got Skip.
You got a
and
team, but
a
you ain't got
team.
no boss, though.
We all bosses.
we all
We all
inspired.
bosses.
We all inspired.
What was your
each other.
first job
My first job
ever?
I-
Like ever
Papa
in
Gino's.
life?
Papagenos?
Bro,
I can see that. I can see
I
that.
was making pizzas. I was actually the one
tossing
out.
pizzas.
I don't want to Hyde Park Ave.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That was
What
my
about you,
first
Skip?
job.
Me, Olympia Sports. I had
Okay,
That's a
I
fire
can see
first
that. I
job.
can see that.
That's a fire first
16.
that nigga's finessing mad white Air Force Ones.
Bro, I ain't gonna go into the story. One time I camped out for Concords, and my manager opens the door, bro. He opens the shop, and the plan was to let people in organize. Back then, it wasn't no lottery. It wasn't none of that
Niggas
existed.
outside in the line.
Outside in the line,
Yeah.
23rd of December, bro. And I worked there, and this man sold the pair, and I was like third in line. He sold my size, knowing right before I went, I'm like, yo, hold this
That's
size.
messed up.
And I knew the other two
And you
dudes
camped out at your
at
job?
my job, and I had to go to work the next day,
I
bro.
would have quit right
Wow.
there. Like, bro, you really did me like... Nah, I ain't gonna quit, but you really did me like
He
that.
did me like that.
That's crazy.
So-
Couple months,
Soldier size
couple
at
months
your
later, I
job.
seen the kicks and my size in the back room. I'm like, yo, who you
You saving this
holding
for?
it for somebody else, bro? I'm just but it's material things. I think
Wow,
of the day, not sports.
Nah, I would have quit.
Wow,
It's a respect,
bad
yeah.
Olympia sports.
16-year-old kid, you feel me, just trying to get his Jordans.
Word.
Grown man doing that. I mean,
Either you dirty.
That's some fuck shit right there. No cap. I'll be tight. That doesn't even make no goddamn sense.
So you back to pandemic year. You said pandemic changed a lot.
It changed my mentality of business and working with businesses because I didn't really know how to approach them. So, my experience of learning how to, talk to business people, that helped. But I think what really helped was once I made those 2 in-home commercials, like I said earlier, I then started pitching to companies. Oh, like I think you guys could improve your photo content. I think you guys could, improve on your video content.
We just randomly hitting people up and telling me, yo, your shit sucks. you could do better with it.
smart. He's seeing what they need.
Yo, I can make your shit
I
better.
could
So you see,
spice your shit up.
you
a
see
little
what
better.
they need, like what they don't have.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, so like this is where they can improve on, and like I hope that they could, get more customers in their businesses and restaurants and stuff. So like now, like where I'm at right now, I'm working with obviously restaurants, but I'm also working with breweries.
Is it just an Instagram DM or you calling them and you showing up to the business?
It's kind of more email exchanges,
Yeah.
but I do also did more of that like DMing stuff on like Instagram like when I first started because I didn't know what or how to like go about it. But one thing that did help me was, I would go to the place, take a nice photo or video, and then also like a nice drone shot. And I'd tag them, and then they would they would repost it or like it,
And then you
or
reach
message
out
me.
after.
And I'm
Giving
like,
them like little bit
taste.
of.
Yep.
Look at it. He's like, you see, I told you I spiced your shit a little bit.
Provide value first.
Yeah,
right away.
exactly.
Yeah,
so,
that's smart. That's great.
so
Great
it-
fucking marketing tactic.
It helped. It helped me so much. And then the testimonials just kind of spread the word a bit.
Yeah.
And then I also just love Boston. And I want to support local businesses. Like,
Yeah.
I think we always get overshadowed by other cities,
That's a fact.
and we have a lot of potential here. There's a lot
And
of
it's a
room for
beautiful
growth.
city.
How many emails did you have to send out before you got your first response? Because I know you probably sent a bunch out to a bunch of businesses and then delete.
Oh, I know. I don't know. Maybe it took about a month, like after I completed my 2. Like,
You was like, oh shit, someone
yeah,
responded.
I was excited. So I felt a lot of pressure at first.
Yeah.
But then I kind of got a rhythm flowing. I'm like, all right, if I get contracted with this one restaurant, I could work with another restaurant and do other work.
Yeah.
And it basically
As
becomes
soon as
like
they
a
see
chain.
like the content, they're gonna be like, "Ooh,
Credibility.
that's dope."
man.
Okay, now
Yeah, no, for sure. Credibility, and then the referrals just made it like the icing on the cake.
It's persistent, bro. Cause it's not just like that first month. Like there's a habit already.
Word.
He's at the coffee shop table.
Nah, you good.
Talk with my hands a lot.
Everybody do that. I had to tell last time they be banging on the table. I'm like, nah, you can hear it in the mic.
But now I'm in a different mindset almost. Like I don't want to just do commercials. Like, so there's this restaurant in
You seem like the
Somerville.
commercial guy on your Instagram. You did commercials for everybody.
Yo, I've done quite a bit, and I definitely want to expand on that. But I do love creating music videos. That's why I work with Skip and other artists that hit me up. I'm like, yeah, like
I
I'll
think
try
we
to.
was in communication, no bullshit.
We were.
In like 2018, I had dropped like 3 songs. And
Paris was like, yo, by the way, like that's an amazing video, man.
Thank you. Shout out M9. That was the videographer behind it. We shot it with a what's that? The red
Oh,
eye?
Red Komodo?
the red joint, whatever.
The red cam.
The
Dude,
red cam.
that's a cinema camera. No wonder. I'm like, yo, this shit's so clean.
Yeah, he shot it with one of those.
Fire.
Yeah, that track was dope.
But I'm in the mindset right now of like completely rebranding like a restaurant. Like I'm actually pitching this like tomorrow.
Don't
Like
say the name, cause
tomorrow. Don't say the name.
Nah.
So
So
this
somebody
restaurant.
might come
I'm a
swoop that from you. But that's really the passion about like what he was just saying. Yeah, I love Boston. I want to help small businesses out here.
So this restaurant, I'm not gonna say it, but they could definitely improve like literally their main logo to the photos and videos.
Oh, yeah.
So have you guys been there?
Yeah, I've been there.
So I'm starting to create a branding.
shout out. No, I'm
package.
just
So I'm starting to create a branding package.
Check out the,
like their logo.
The initiative.
okay. Yeah, I like that one.
So like in this restaurant in particular, Loteria, like the game, the Mexican game.
I don't.
So it's basically like
lottery type of work.
You made this?
Yeah.
I made all that. Yeah, that was like actually before coming here.
He hasn't even spoken to the owners or nothing.
Yeah.
That's just like, this is what I'm gonna pull up with, and they're gonna see it right away.
Because I spoke to the manager the other day. I'm like, all right, you guys could really create an aesthetic for your business. Because there was 3, now there's only 1, and I think they could really go far.
Yeah.
For example, with this restaurant, like Loteria is basically like bingo, Mexican bingo, and each card is like, you know, La Luna is a moon, El Sol, the sun, all types of different cards, and it's all over the restaurant. I'm like, yo, I was like, what if they do a specialty drink once a month featuring one of the cards? And in the example I showed you, this would be like I would name it Loteria Tequila. So that would be like the theme of the month, and that'll be the name of it. But every month would be La Luna Margarita or something, and it have like certain types of ingredients to make it look like that color of the card.
Yeah.
Man, giving out the whole game.
I was gonna say you didn't say the name, but you giving out game right there.
No one knows.
No one knows. No one knows.
But I'm really trying to.
I see it. I see it though. I see that you have like a whole like a crazy marketing scheme. No
Giving
bullshit.
them a whole brand identity, bro.
No
Like,
bullshit. This shit's crazy.
Like, what do they have to lose? You know, like it's the last restaurant, and like apparently it's doing well, but I think they could do better.
So
like,
how far do you go, right? Like in this situation here, where you're building and like you're rebranding basically a company.
Business.
Like how far do you go in preparation to pitch to like possibly get denied? You know what I'm saying? Like you could be putting a lot of work behind this, and you go up and it's like, damn, like I just put a whole so and so amount of time.
I think
like do you just give a small sample, or do you like go all out?
charge it to the game.
I think I'd rather just go all out, just because it shows how prepared and like, okay, like he actually took the time. Like I could get a lot of no's, but all I need is one yes.
And that one yes,
and that
really
one yes
hit.
could change my life, because then
Okay.
I could be like I could literally put on my website, I helped create an identity for a
so and
business
so
that just didn't fully understand social media, you know.
And then the phone calls start coming in. Hey, we'd love to work with you.
Yeah.
Yo, I got a crazy ass idea for you, but I can't even say it on the air, bro. I'm gonna just tell you when we turn the cameras off. But there's a crazy idea that's going in my head, because you can also film it. Yeah, you can literally do it all yourself, like right now.
So this
Fucking crazy.
I call him now the Swiss Army knife. Cause
this man is a jack of all trades, literally.
I was watching this Wallow from the
Wallow.
Me.
Yeah.
He was saying that when artists, for example, this is one example, but artist needs on their team that visual guy, the one that does graphic design, photography, and video. And if he could create a website, if he could do all these things, the logo, the brand, like this, I see him as that, bro. And he is that. He is that. It's not even that I see him. He could do it all, bro.
That's what we need over here.
On dogs, we about to use no bullshit. We need
The potential's crazy, and
You guys have a nice setup though, like for real. Like the lighting's already great.
Word.
You guys already have like your little identity here. It's sick, man. It's sick.
Appreciate it.
For sure. Support you guys.
Word.
Yo, so where do you see yourself going? Where do you see yourself in like the next? I mean, this is a very cliche question, but I feel like you're like,
what's new for 2022?
I don't even know where you might be next year.
Dude, man.
You're gonna be doing commercials for NASA and shit.
Yeah, word. What you got planned for this year, 2022 coming up?
So I want to get a production studio, and like I want to hire, you know, if I am able to get my own space, I want to hire like Latinos, Asians, blacks, whites too, but mainly the minority group. Like I really want to, I guess, be a good example too, and also teach people. But what? Oh, so yeah, essentially, to answer your question, like I would love to have a production company, and a way I could see myself doing that is, you know what, like I know how to freelance full time. I know how to freelance on the side. If I'm like, here's the thing, with everything I've been able to do the last 2 years, I'm now getting interviews for positions that are offering like a salary that could change my life. Yeah. But my goal is, if I was able to make like a certain amount, I was gonna mainly use the funding money, like most of my money, to fund my own production, to then already have an identity and already have a space, and then from there, just go from there, quit my job, be my own boss.
Independence. Okay.
Yeah,
It's a fact. This is like motivational. For everybody watching, you guys got to look at the motivation that this man has. He's really like, look, he's thinking 10 fucking steps ahead of everybody. Like, real talk, real talk. This is real. This is how you make a fucking business. This is how you really, 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 really do what you need to do.
What do you think it's gonna take to like start the whole production company? I mean, like, is that a far-fetched goal for a year, or is that
Maybe it's expensive.
yeah,
Like I got my dream camera by luck. Like
Yeah.
I never thought I was gonna get it, man.
amazing?
Well, that's when you put the work in. It's just like, that's like positive energy.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna get something. I was like, like it just. So it's funny. Like I got that off Craigslist. This dude was selling it for like 2,500, and that camera goes for 4,000 with one battery.
Yeah,
I got it for I got it with 4 batteries, a camera cage, and an XLR adapter.
What's a camera cage?
So a camera cage is essentially, I could like rig it up. So I could put a monitor, I could put a microphone, things like that. I could show you an example. It's not a gimbal.
Stabilizer, right? Kind of like a stabilizer, but also you can add attachments to it.
Yeah. Like I used it for your concert. I have a picture of.
Stabilizer. I want to like sit on a stabilizer and like
The big.
Oh, like yeah, the ones in movies.
yeah.
Those are crazy.
yeah, man. I think you should tap in with my boy Cheney, the director, bro. I believe you guys are following each other right now, but I feel like you guys like out of all the videographers out here, you guys are like on a different level, and I don't want to just say different level, and like a higher level than other videographers, because other videographers out here are great.
People are very talented in Boston.
Yeah, they're very talented.
I
They're great.
I see some videographers here as competition, but it's more like friendly competition. Like I respect
Yeah.
all the videographers
Yeah.
in Boston. I think
Yeah.
they all have a spot in the city, and I mean, shout out to every Boston creator, videographer, photographer, trying to make a name for themselves.
It's a big videographer city, like, because of all, like, it's a beautiful city, you know what I'm saying? So much to film here. There's so many people, like, doing things that need to be filmed here. So
Yeah.
there are a lot of filmers out
When I say you and Cheney are on a different level, I really mean it, and like you guys are like in different fields really than all the other videographers in Boston. There's like a lot of videographers out here just focusing on the hip hop scene and on the music videos
Yeah.
and all that other, getting show recap and shit like that. But you guys are like getting flown out to do commercials. Cheney has like a real big documentary following and fucking
Nice.
a sports like highlight reel type thing following, and you do a lot of commercials and shit. But you guys are really traveling with your camera and getting work done. I mean,
No, for sure, man.
and that's why I feel like you guys are on a not on a bigger
Same
level. You
level,
guys are
but-
on a different level than dudes. It's like
We're just doing things differently.
Like their niche.
exactly.
They got their niche.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's funny. I'm actually
And-
filming my first documentary. I think next month.
What is it?
It's
Can you elaborate on anything?
So it's this company called the Artists of Guild or the Guild of Artists or something like that. It's this big ass building with nothing but painters. I met this guy named Steven.
Artist Guild, right?
Yeah. You know them?
I've heard of it before. for
So
sure.
I met this guy, this painter, at this event that I went to, and I was really impressed with his work. And like he's showing me like some of his stuff is on National Geographic. Like if I never was actually to get my own like business, my dream company would be to work for National Geographic. So I was just already interested in speaking to him and like how he made his, like hearing about his journey and stuff. He's an older man. He's like in his 50s, but he's an awesome guy. And he's like, "Do you also do video?" Because I have my camera out. I was like, "Yeah." So I showed him my work and we exchanged emails. And he's like, "I'm gonna try to get you to create like a mini documentary for this building because it's changed so much and the video is like 10 years old and we just want to modernize it and update it." So that's actually coming up March 13th. I can't wait for that.
That's the drop, March 13th.
Well, that's the day I'm filming.
Oh, that's So
Yeah.
how long does it take you to record and edit and get? I mean, the whole documentary. When should we expect a release date?
I'm not quite sure yet. That might take a bit longer because I'm gonna have like a couple camera setups. I'm gonna say maybe 3 weeks to a month.
Yeah.
Because I'm also conducting interviews and trying to get B-roll of painters and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. I'm excited for that. And that was like in December that I've been speaking to them.
That's dope. That's hella dope. Whose dad? Is it the National Juke? No, I think it's the National Treasury or some shit like that. But whose dad is has pictures there?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. It's right next to Jay's crib.
Maybe I know who. I don't know. Maybe I know who you're talking about, but I don't know about this. So
You don't know this at all? Okay, this might be a side story, I gotta say.
maybe I do.
I need to check. Fact check. No, I'm just joking.
Now we can't do a fact check right
No,
now.
we can't do a fact check.
You gotta watch
right
the
now.
last episode for a fact check.
Oh, yeah.
This dude is fucking stupid. But fucking so
We're gonna. You go.
what you about to say?
Go.
Go. We need that one. We need the Harry. The
Harry,
hip hop Harry shit.
What y'all think about
what's-
the,
Who's next? Go.
What you about to
the
say?
halftime show?
Bro, that shit was fire.
Yeah, that was dope.
Classics.
That I
Classics.
swear to God, this nigga was on his way to my crib to go
You
watch the
missed it?
Super Bowl with us, and he's in the cab while the shit's fucking or the Uber while the shit's going.
Oh man.
I swear to
was
God,
so
I was
sad.
bopping my head like this until the middle of the third quarter. Like my shit could not. There was no music playing. I'm just sitting here like this just because of the halftime show. I'm like, yo,
I'm sad because like
I
I,
was like,
saw it the next
every
day, you
time.
feel me, on YouTube and shit,
it
but
didn't hit the same.
literally everyone was like, it was just like you had to just like be in the moment, like everybody just watching live, like
Yeah, bro.
it was just like a moment, like, it was America's moment. I'm like,
50
damn,
wasn't
I
even
missed
supposed
that
to be
moment,
there. He
cuz.
popped
thought
up
it was dope.
upside down. I'm like,
He opened.
shoulda had-
Right? 50 was first one.
nah,
He
Snoop.
was like the third.
Snoop was
They
Snoop
should have
was
had
up
the game
there.
there.
Snoop and Dre.
Dre was up there first on the key on the piano.
wrong? They should
said
have
what?
had the game there.
I mean,
They should have had the game there, nigga. Like,
yo, so
why you got 50 there, and not the game to do this?
LA,
this,
Cali,
ah,
yeah.
so
please.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say this right here. I wouldn't be mad if the game was there, but I'm not mad that he wasn't there.
Maybe because
Like it was perfect. It was perfectly fine the way it was. It was great.
Yes, this is a little random 15 just playing doing like in the club.
It's
like.
it's those are all Dre's artists aside from Mary but the song they did.
So
Dre-
is the game. The game's the biggest artist to come out of the West Coast with Dre. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're wrong.
No. What?
What?
Well, Kendrick.
Come on,
Kendrick was
bro.
right up there.
Kendrick.
The first
literally,
one though. The
Snoop.
first one. Who was bigger than the game when the game came out?
Joe Budden.
Yeah.
Nah,
Joe
but
Budden.
yo, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't be mad if the game was up there. I would get just as excited too. Feel
yeah,
me?
it would've been
But
lit if
him
they
not
was
being there
talented.
doesn't bother me either.
All right. So then, which song's better, In the Club or This Is How We Do?
It's just songs.
I mean, they're both 50 songs. So what you saying?
No, one of them's on the Games album.
It was 50's track. He was signed to G Unit.
So what? Which
Probably
one's
still
better
owns
though?
that shit.
Which one's better?
One 50 song is better than the other 50 song. It's like
Just say which one's better. This is how
I don't
we
know.
do.
And the club was up.
Which one's better,
I
bro?
don't
This is how
know,
we do,
bro.
or
I like
the
This Is
club?
How We Do a bit more.
and the club was the mainstream. Like
That was the main hit.
but yeah,
This is how we do.
that's how we
is-
do. Yeah,
Come on,
I'll
son.
put that in the whip nowadays.
Yeah,
before I
man.
put
Yeah,
club.
yeah, no
Facts.
bullshit. That's a fact.
That's because the game was on it, spitting crazy flows, son. Come on, the game was that dude.
Fuck the game.
And then they had Mary J. Blige. Like that was a little weird too. I mean, I know they're supposed to have all J's.
I think Dre had produced that track or one of the tracks that she performed or something like that. If not, then I don't know why she was up there.
Y'all saw Anderson .Paak on the drums.
Yeah, he was killing it.
I love
He's
Anderson
killing it.
.Paak.
He's
bro. That's
awesome.
one
I
of
want to
my
be friends
favorite.
with him.
No cap, yo, no bullshit. Like, yo, bro, you trying to smoke a L? Go like drink some whiskey at a bar and shit, and just start singing out of nowhere and shit. No cap. Other than Majid Jordan, who is like your favorite artist
Other than Majid Jordan.
Is that really your favorite artist? Because I'm over here laughing.
still to this day? To this
They're
day,
up there. They're up there.
I gotta do that one too. Bang to this day.
I'm
So
gonna have that
basic,
one.
but like The Weeknd and Drake, like
We can.
honestly,
Yeah.
can't go wrong with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But I've been like OG fans with both, especially with The Weeknd. Like
Yeah, the weekend.
his stuff,
Yeah.
his music hits different.
Yep. Nah,
Come
that's
on,
a
son.
fact.
It's the weekend.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge fan of the weekend. Like,
The weekend, bro. Come on, bro. It's the
I
weekend,
fuck
bro.
with the weekend, but I'm not like crazy over his music.
You a fan of
To be
Nav?
real.
I've been bumping
I
that last
fuck
album.
with Nav too,
I
but
like his earlier stuff.
I like his earlier shit.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like
New
when-
album, though. Weekend's new album. I've been bumping that.
I had a couple. Actually, I heard a couple tracks. I haven't even heard all of it.
You know who I do like a lot? Jordan Lucas, and he's also
Yeah.
from like what's
I fuck with Jordan
Yeah.
Lucas.
you got to make a music video for him and just send it.
Fun fact: I did
What's
meet
the-
him, and I did
Yeah.
shoot behind the scenes for ADHD, and I made
He was
a
in one of the
cameo.
videos.
I made a cameo.
He
Shout
was
out to
in what?
I was in ADHD for 2 seconds.
Wait, is that what's ADHD? That's Jordan's track?
Yeah. Shout out to Trev and Limitless. Like, or yo, I always gotta show love for them. Like, legit.
I don't know who that is, but shout out to
So
Trev.
so Trev
Let me
is
live.
one of Jordan's videographers,
Okay.
and I met him at the right time. So I have a friend named Miles who makes music, and he hired Trev to make that video.
Yep.
And then Miles told me to come by, so I did. And then that's how we met. And I knew that Jordan was already popping, but I didn't really listen to his music until the day that he was filming ADHD. So he invited me, like, hey, like, can you film BTS? I'm like, yeah. So I came by, caught off work for 2 days, and it was great. Like, I filmed BTS, and yeah, I was just filming stuff, and they asked if I wanted to be in it, not knowing if I'm actually gonna be in the video because they cut a bunch of stuff out.
Yeah.
But I'm in it for 2 seconds, and
That's
Hey,
fire though. Yeah.
yo, when I was
You can click
single,
your pause every
yo,
time that shit's on.
I was just
How
saying,
many
yo,
views that
that's me
shit
right
got on
there.
YouTube, son?
bro, I don't even know, 30 million maybe, 25, 21,
And they all
I don't know.
seen
That's crazy.
When I was single though, I got all the
Yo, I'm in ADHD, bitch. You don't even know.
That was on your story every day.
Yo, legit. Nah, but like they're really, so he has a production company called Limitless, and
Yep.
they're really doing some incredible stuff. Like you should follow them on IG too.
Limitless.
Shout out to Trev. Yeah, I'll send you.
Shout
that.
out Limitless.
I'm gonna follow them.
That's funny. That's funny. Skip.
Yo.
My
What's
guy.
the word?
I'm cooling, bro. Just living life out here, you know what I mean?
What's next for you? What's the next when's the next tracks coming out? What's the EP looking like? What's up? What's the
Video.
album looking like?
So
Radio.
right now, and I mean, in terms of a project, we got that in the back burner right now. We're focusing a lot on singles. I
Yeah.
mean, and
Yeah.
creating moments with these singles. So
Yes.
next project that we got coming up is called Dulce, candy,
Can't wait,
Spanish, Dulce.
Can't wait.
And so it's
You mainly do Spanish rap or
so,
Spanish?
yeah, it's trap, reggaeton, dembow.
Yeah.
I think you have more of a fan base with the Spanish community.
Yeah, 2019 and forward. Before that, I used to drop a lot of English tracks. But 2019 and forward, when I first made my first Spanish track, Chamada Culpa, from there on, I saw good feedback. And it makes
so he
sense,
was
you know.
like, yeah,
it makes sense.
busting.
I'm
And they
Latino,
go hard. No
I
cap.
appreciate it, bro. And but yeah, the next project is Dulce. So that's it's a spinoff of the classic cameo Candy song.
Yeah.
She's like Candy.
It's like candy. I can feel it all even when it won't get over me.
Yes, sir. So I really like that song a lot, you know. Shout out them and basically made the Spanish version of it. And so
Yeah, well, I gotta hear that shit. That shit probably goes crazy.
wait.
It's starting now. It's the same.
Oh, this is dropping?
Oh,
it's coming soon. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
We wanted to get it for February, but you know, for the love season. But we're gonna push it to March just because we're gathering up locations and we're going with the whole vintage vibe. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like 80s.
Yo, you need
70s.
help? I got you. You know I got the drip on deck for you.
So I appreciate that because that's what I'm looking into right now, figuring out
I
what's
got
the fits.
you. I
that
got
fits
you for the
those
fits.
times.
Yeah.
that's gonna be a fun ass.
He's gonna
video,
shoot
man.
that. We're trying to get like a diner and a bowling alley right now, and then we're definitely gonna need extras.
The skating rink is
Bro,
what you
it-
need.
That's another
Nigga,
one.
I need the
Skate
I need the bowling alley scene.
Dude, I'm even trying to make a cameo in the video.
I need
Yeah, let's go to
Yo,
the skate rink.
I'll pull up.
We're trying to get like 30, 40
the skating
people.
cameo. I'm gonna pull up and hit you with the perfect spin strike.
Hey, you gotta catch that.
Yeah, y'all gotta.
He's
you gotta
actually,
catch
catch
he
that, bro. I'ma
actually
catch
is
that.
mad weird. He's actually like a professional.
It's
bowler.
mad weird because he's like a professional skater. This
I
nigga
mean,
me.
this nigga is crazy.
You're a
Like,
professional skater and you're a
Yeah.
professional bowler right here.
yeah,
Yeah, we weird.
That's crazy. Nah, that's tough.
Nah,
We
those
do
are
old
fun
man
activities,
things.
y'all.
we're like old, so we just do like old man
So
shit. Like,
we're gonna definitely need y'all under them, bro. We're looking like 20 to 30 extras. Anybody, you know what I mean, comment underneath if y'all like to be a part of it.
Dulce.
What's up?
Dulce.
Yeah,
Dulce.
I said Dulce. He said not Dulce.
That's
Yo,
that video the video idea kind of just naturally became what it was.
Yeah,
We haven't even filmed it yet.
you know, the original song has that vibe. You feel me? So,
How do y'all like? Y'all just be in the crib, just like, alright, so.
well, you know what I mean? Sometimes he just brings me like ideas of like, yo, I want to
random
do
ideas.
I want
Most
to
random times.
I want to do this type of shot. I want to do this type of location. Do you have anything to vote for it?
yeah.
If we don't have anything to vote for it, then I was like, all right, give me some time. Let me get inspired, and we're gonna create. You know what I mean? And then it's a back and forth of that. And yeah, that's what pretty much happened with like our latest shoot, Normalito. Again, like I said, when me and him team up, we making a classic. We 2 for 2 right now.
He's making moves.
2 for 2.
And so Normalito, that was at an airport, and the process with that was fun.
That was mad fun.
It was.
And
you know,
Y'all was at Logan?
No, we wish it was at a smaller airport.
it was a private airport, and it was a private airport.
It's
and
an airport in Danvers?
Yeah, man.
There's a weird airport.
There's a lot of airports, bro, all around.
It's like a dual airport. It's Atlantic Air and
Now,
Beverly.
Is it like only like private that land?
Well, it's private. You just gotta contact people.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta find the company, find out who's who. You
I
know,
couldn't believe
just
we
like
did
anything
that.
else.
So these airports don't really be getting that much business. It's only when someone's scheduling
No,
they got
millionaires,
millionaire clients, bro. Because
Yeah, they
if
own
I'm
planes,
if
leave
I got a
planes
private
there.
jet and I don't want, why would I go to Logan? You feel me?
Yeah.
Go to private airport, my man. Park my private jet. You know what I mean,
Here's my garage.
Wild
my
shit.
plane.
Wild shit.
fill my shit up with gas, and then I'm gonna go do what I do in the city, and then be out. So that was a dope experience. We even got to meet some pilots.
Yeah, it was sick, man. We got into $1 million plane.
Shake hands with a couple millionaires.
Walked in there, smelled it, couldn't. I was like, can't afford this.
It smelled like money, right?
and that was
Smelled like sandalwood and shit. He's like, nah, I can't even.
yeah, bro. And it was a huge project. You know, it took us, I think, about like a month's
planning.
time of like emails, calls, contracts, insurance, et cetera, and then
I learned a lot.
yeah, and it was a 2-day shoot. First day it was jet skis. We shot it in Charlestown, right in the water of Charlestown, so you can see the Green Bridge.
Yeah. Y'all was jet skiing under the toe, man.
It's jet skiing under the toe, man. Yup. And it took about like, bro, it was a crew of like 15 people, and everybody was fully organically into it. I mean, making this out of love, and that's why I think it came out as dope as it came out. I mean, you put resources together, and you got a dope product, dope song, and man. I mean, but yeah, no, that's pretty much what's coming next right now. I dropped a dembow recently called Red Flag in Spanish, Bandera Roja.
It's fire.
Another one that just dropped last week, Lo Bombero. The video for that's about to come out, and with these songs, you know, dembow. Obviously, I'm Dominican, so dembow is in my blood. Dembow is like the new reggaeton right now. You hearing La Mamá, like in the clubs. That's what's lit. It don't matter. You could be the most serious person, but you know,
When we at the skate rink, it's lit.
at the skate rink, that's a good idea.
When we at the
Couldn't
skate
find
rink,
any.
it's lit, yo. Niggas be
Where you guys
Dembo
go?
down.
Where you be skating at?
Every Tuesday, we have motherfucking an undisclosed location.
Yo, can we
I
film
passed by this one spot in Fenway that everybody's gonna be skating
in
there.
Fenway?
Fenway?
Like
the hell?
Fenway next to the, it's like on the corner of it's past the
Like
Tasty
indoor
Burgers. Outdoors.
Outdoors.
Wait.
Yeah, it's outdoor. Like in front of Simmons College, across from Simmons.
Never knew that.
Word.
Where's the movies in Fenway? Am I bugging?
We gotta go there.
AMC.
Maybe I just had a little bit too much Casamigos.
I gotta drive by.
You ever been to the movies right there, bro? It's like it's in the landmark.
I probably
Chipotle.
100% did. And
Basically across from
I'm
Chipotle.
only been
blanking
there,
out completely right
I
now.
only been to that movie theater one time.
I had a
I've been
date
there mad times when I was a kid. It's been there
Oh,
forever.
yeah, bro. Right next to maybe I'm.
Wahlburgers?
I've been there once, bro. I feel you because when I go to the same movie theaters for a lot of years, I don't really dive into new.
Yeah, no.
What's your movie theater?
I like the AMC in Somerville, and that's fairly new, but
I love that place.
and then downtown, you know, had our moments.
That's
in
a
downtown.
classic.
Downtown, but
Sounds a classic.
What's the last movie y'all seen?
Fuck movies. I think I always want to talk about some movies.
I don't really. I've been watching like TV shows.
that I rocked
What's
with.
the last TV show?
Y'all watch that Bel Air shit?
I heard about it. I wanted to wait a bit until like
Hey,
more
yo.
episodes came out. It's good.
It's 4 episodes out right now. Wow,
Yeah, I did see that.
That's not
fire,
enough.
bro.
I gotta wait till the whole season.
It's
though.
4 out right now. Today the 4th
HBO?
drop.
I gotta tap into
It's
it.
on Peacock.
Peacock.
It's free.
Oh, Peacock's free?
Peacock's free, right? And I think you could only watch the first episode for free. Well, on the free account.
Free version.
But Peacock is also $4.99 a month,
Pretty cheap.
so that's fairly cheap.
Yeah, it is.
I thought you just said it was free.
For the first episode, the first episode is free,
That's
and you
some bullshit.
can get Peacock for free. But
It's free for $4 of that month.
yo, I downloaded it right for free, and then I watched the first episode, and I couldn't watch the next 2 because I
So
didn't
it's not
have
free.
And then they made you. So that bought you.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I need to watch this shit, nigga. I mean,
That's
$5.
They finesse.
But yo, if you grew up off Fresh Prince and Fresh Prince was huge to you, not mean as it was to me, bro.
Why we gotta watch the serious version?
It's fire, bro. It's fire, bro. I'm telling you, nah, bro.
They're
it's
trying
fire.
to copy Euphoria though.
I don't watch Euphoria, so I can't
That's a
answer
great
that
show.
question.
You watch it?
Nah.
You would like it if you
No,
like movies.
I've seen
I
a
love
couple
movies
episodes.
directed really well.
Euphoria's just
And I'm
got
just
a lot
waiting
going
until it's
on.
not
I
hype
gotta
no
catch
more.
up. I've been hearing about
I
it.
know I'm gonna like it because even my little brother likes it and he doesn't like anything. So it's
Euphoria just got a
has to
lot
be
going
cool.
on.
You know, I
But,
used to be a hater with Game of Thrones, and then I watched it,
I can't.
and I finished that show in 3 months and caught up with the last season.
Did you like how it ended?
No,
No, nobody
was it?
did except for my brother.
what was it? Power?
Game of
no,
Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, Dunzo. Last season, fucked it all over, and I can't believe they would even end anything like that. Like what? Come on, Jon Snow, you're
I
a
wasn't
fucking
into those.
simp dweeb. Oh man, that really
I
killed
know.
it for me. It really made me sad at the end. I was like, what is this fuckery?
Such a bummer.
It's a bugger.
It's a bugger. All right, so Arc1tek, I do this with, and it kind of makes, actually, never mind. I do this with all my guests that come through. Give a word out to your fans and to your future fans, like something for them.
People watching.
I think if you have a dream and want to like achieve it, I know as corny as it sounds, try to put the pieces together to actually want to achieve it. Like if you could at least say that you tried, then that's all the effort you need.
Yeah,
That's super corny, but
is that it? That's it
I
for
think
you.
so.
Why you say it like that?
I ain't mean I
I'll be back. I'll be back.
I ain't mean for that. And we gonna have you back probably a couple
Real
months,
soon.
some shit. I mean,
Couple accomplishments later.
a couple accomplishments
Update.
later, right? when
Facts.
we in a new
We gonna be
studio,
working. We gonna be working anyway.
We gonna be in a new whole area. Hopefully.
Right, manifesting it.
Yeah, for sure. But yo, that's it for today. It's the Gas Talk podcast. Shout out to Arc1tek for pulling up tonight.
Shout out Skip 2 Dip
Shout
too,
out
man.
Skip
Thank
Shout
you
out
guys
Gas
for
Talk.
having us.
Yeah.
for sure. Let's get a clap in there.
You already know what it is. We back at it again real soon. Holla at us.